You open ChatGPT, Claude or Gemini, you started a new conversation, and after 10 messages, it feels like the AI is just right there with you, remembering everything and building on every word you said. Wrong. Every message you send inside of the same conversation, AI forgets everything and starts over. Every single time. Your messages, its replies, all of the documents you've passed in, the app resends all of that from scratch. The model reads all of that again, generates reply, and immediately forgets it happened. What you see on the screen looks like a conversation, only you see it like this. It's a performance. The app is faking memory. Not knowing that cost me hundreds of dollars. Probably you're overpaying too. Think about how you're using AI right now. You open a chat, you explain what you need, the AI responds, you go back and forth. After 20 messages, you finally get there. The whole time, one assumption is running in the background, the AI following along. Storing what you said, building on the top of that. Like a colleague who was in the room the entire time. That assumption is wrong. Anthropic, the company behind Claude, stated directly in their documentation. The message API is stateless, which means that you always send the full conversation history to the API. OpenAI, company behind ChatGPT, confirms the same thing. Every request includes full conversation history. Every time. The words that matter, stateless. The conversation holds nothing between the turns. The consequences are real. It makes your conversation more expensive than you think, plus this is one of the reasons why quality drops over time. By the end of this talk, you're gonna walk away with 3 things. Shock, because how most people think AI works is fundamentally wrong. The understanding, you will see exactly how the numbers add up. And urgency to change, because once you're gonna see how it rolls up, you won't use AI in the same way again. So, the AI rereads everything. What does that actually cost? Let me explain. Turn 1. The model gets a system prompt, a set of instructions the AI reads before it even looks at your message. Be nice to people, don't use F words, say only the boring jokes, and other stuff OpenAI decides is important. Plus your message. Then it responds. Turn 2. The model gets the system prompt again, your first message again, its own first response again, plus your new message. Then it responds. Turn 5. Everything from turn 1 through 4 replayed plus your new message. Turn 10, everything from 1 through 9 plus your new message. By the turn 20, model is processing the system prompt for the 20th time. Your first message for the 20th time. Every single exchange over and over. So I ran the math. Conservative numbers, small system prompt, short messages, short responses. Turn 1, 5,150 tokens. Turn 10, 76,000 tokens. By the turn 20, 207,500 tokens processed for a conversation that contains only 15,500 tokens of actual unique content. Over 92% of that processing, reading, not giving you AI superpowers, just reading the same conversation again and again and again. I call this a token snowball. Every turns roll up everything what came before. The longer you go, the bigger it gets. And it doesn't grow in a straight line. It compounds over time. That's the tax of every conversation you ever have with AI. The question is, can you avoid it? 1 20-turn conversation. 207,500 tokens are processed. Now take the same work, same questions, same answers, same total output, but split it into 4 separate conversations with 5 turns each. 4 conversations, 5 turns each, 125 tokens. Same work, same results, 82,000 fewer tokens. That's roughly 40% less. The reason is simple. Every time you start a new conversation, the snowball resets. You're back to 0 with no accumulated history and no compounding effect. If you watch part 2 of Context Root series, you will recognize this. I call it the 1 goal rule. 1 goal per conversation starts fresh when it's done. Now you know the mechanics behind it. The 1 goal rule isn't just a good practice, it's a math-based solution. And for anyone paying API cost, if you have any automated workflows with AI step between, this is direct saving. 40% less for identical results. For daily use, splitting conversation addressed the problem. But what happened when these mechanics ran unchecked at scale? The FinOps Foundation, they track cloud spending across industries, identify this exact mechanism. They name it context window creep. Same snowball effect we just talked about, but running inside business application at scale around the clock. For them, the companies, it means AI bills spiraling out of the control. For you, hitting your usage limit faster, being downgraded to a worse model and wondering why you're paying so much for a tool that just gives you crap in return. FinOps Foundation classified it as, and this is a direct quote, the single greatest hidden cost in most production AI applications. Now, fair question, don't AI companies optimize for this? Actually, they do. It's called prompt catching. System recognizes processing the same content at last turn and skips some of the heavy calculations. Depending on the provider, this can cut compute cost by 90%. So the cost problem has a safety net, but there is a catch. Catch tokens still counts against your context window. AI might skip the calculation step, but the space is still occupied. That means catching helps the bill, but it doesn't help the quality. Every problem we cover in context root series, signal-to-noise collapse, multi-needle collapse, and confidence trap, all of those are context window problems. And catching mechanism doesn't fix them. If you push too long, the results still will be crap. Snowball still grows, window still fills, and AI still degrades. Catching just makes the ride cheaper. Okay, let's bring this home. Replay illusion. Every message you send triggers a full replay of your entire conversation. AI doesn't remember. The app resends everything every time. The next one, Token Snowball. This makes conversation compound. 207,000 tokens processed for 15,500 tokens of actual content. Over 92% of that work is rereading, not AI superpowers. The splitting effect. Shorter conversation reset the snowball. Same work, same output, roughly 40% less processing. The one goal rule from last week, now you know the math behind it. And the last one, scale problem. Unchecked, this mechanic becomes what FinOps Foundation call the single greatest hidden cost in production AI. Catching helps the bill, it doesn't help the quality. One more thing. Today I use a simplified model. A small system prompt, plain text messages, no images, no tools, no extras. The real numbers are worse. Your message, what you actually type, is often less than 1% what AI process. Every source I mention is linked in the description. I sort them by the claim so you can challenge me on anything what I said. If you missed the context root series, why AI is getting dumber the longer you talk to it, linked is on the screen. I'm gonna see you there.